Hey folks, Nandini here, and today I'm going to do a quick video on 5 pillars of digital entrepreneurship, that will speed up your success by 10 times, literally 10 times. Okay, a lot of people have messaged me on the Facebook page asking, ma'am, why are our results so slow? Despite having a blog, despite writing stuff, despite, performing marketing and organic promotions, our results are slow, our sales are slow, and why is this so? So here is the answer. Okay, these are the 5 pillars of digital entrepreneurship, which when you follow, which when you endorse, this will help you in actually speeding up your success by 10 times or more, and eventually it is only going to grow and expand and compound basically. Okay, so the first pillar of digital entrepreneurship, when you set out to become a digital entrepreneurship, when you create your own social media profiles, when you create your own website, blog, the first principle that you must follow is that you need to spend time very constructively on the social media platforms. Okay, now what do I mean by spending time constructively? Of course, as an entrepreneur, you are definitely not going to be wasting any time, but sometimes, most of the time we are wasting in replying to people, sending WhatsApp messages, okay, in kind of liking pages, commenting on different pages, kind of what happens is, when we are promoting our products, in between we get distracted and we are going to other places, we are looking at other people's pages, other groups, and getting distracted this way. So a lot of time gets wasted there. So if you actually stay super focused on actually spending your time on social media constructively, okay, that will speed up your performance. So that also includes cleaning up your social media profiles. Okay, what you need to do is, anything which is not serving the purpose for you, anything which is not in alignment with your mission, okay, do not join those groups, get out of those groups. Okay, likewise, if by any chance, if somebody has been trying to spam your message or sending you messages that are not required, or just saying hi, hello, good morning, good evening, don't reply to that, or just possibly request them not to do that. Why? Because that's going to that's going to waste a lot of your time, and actually that's going to reduce the speed of your success. So for example, if you have, like, if you've promoted your particular post or your particular blog URL to, say, 100 groups on Facebook, and if the total time, if it takes like 1 hour, okay, say for instance, if it takes 1 hour to post your URL or your blog post to 100 groups, okay, if you have like a very clean profile wherein all these groups are very relevant, and if you have a profile which has all the right connections on it, it's very easy to promote it quickly. One, secondly, the responses you'll receive will be very, very relevant, right? So always clean up your profile and make sure that you are spending time constructively on social media. So you are like the role model for others, so whatever you do is going to come back to you. So spend time very constructively, be a role model for others, and do only what is required. Okay, the principle of essentialism. Okay, do only what is essential. Don't do things that are not required. Okay, and the rest of the time, get out of social media. Okay, spend time living your life. Okay, all the time you need not be on social media. So this is the first principle. The second principle is, always have a budget to spend on, always have like some amount every month, some money every month to spend on paid ads. Why I'm suggesting this is because, although you will be getting leads through organic promotions, although you will be getting a lot of traction through organic promotions, through groups and communities and all of this, paid ads will really speed up your process. Especially if you have like big budget of, say, a minimum of 500 to 1000 rupees a day, then the kind of responses you receive is going to be really fast. And obviously there are more chances that more number of people will write to you if your post is very good and relevant. And eventually your popularity, your fame, your business, everything really speeds up quickly. So make sure that you understand, you master the concept of advertising on Facebook, Google, and the CPA sites and all of these really clearly before you set out, so that you really have that ROI on the money you spend. So have some amount allocated every month to spend on paid ads, and make sure that you are fully educated on the concepts of paid advertising. Okay. So the third pillar of digital entrepreneurship, or the third principle, which is really going to speed up your business on social media platforms, is building fruitful relationships and networks. Okay, you have to build fruitful relationships and networks. When I'm talking about fruitful relationships, again, I'm talking about connecting with the right people, connecting with the relevant people. Okay, and not really spending time with people who are not relevant. Okay, for example, if you're looking to do business in a specific industry, okay, you can have other people from other industry in your network. Okay, but spend more time talking to people who are in that industry and with whom your conversations have more monetary value. Okay, like for example, the prospect has to be defined very clearly when you go online. So who's your prospect, who's the target audience? Spend more time with the target audience. Okay, although there will be all types of people on your network, all types of friends, colleagues, family members, they can definitely be there on your network, and they are also equally required to encourage you. But spend more time with the target audience and with the prospects, so that you can quickly convert them into leads, and then convert those leads into sales. You can invite them over for your webinars. You can send out your video links to them, and ask them to like, comment, share, create social proof, and all of that. So the third principle, as I said, is building fruitful relationships and fruitful networks. Okay, relevant focused networks on social media. The fourth pillar of digital entrepreneurship, or the fourth principle of digital entrepreneurship, is nurturing relationships continuously. Okay, it is not just important to build these relationships continuously, that is connecting with new people continuously, but also nurture these relationships. Do not just take them for granted. For example, you have like 1,000 people who will like your page, 1,000 followers, and 1,000 friends, and they are like simply sitting static there. Okay, it doesn't make any sense. So you have to nurture those relationships. Consistently post on social media. Okay, consistently tag people. Consistently, if they are asking you a question, answer them back. Okay, you can even float around surveys, polls, and ask people to answer back. And if they're responding to something, make sure that you are further adding more value by creating something around it. Also, tweak your products, services according to what people need. Okay, primarily social media marketing, social media entrepreneurship, digital entrepreneurship is all about valuing people more and more, finding out what they want, understanding your target market. And again, the target market is very, very important. Like, of all the people who respond to your posts and followers, how many of them actually fall into that target market category? You need to be very, very clear with that. So make sure you collect your leads very clearly. You have like a good database of all your leads and all your all the prospects for your business, and make sure that you are nurturing those relationships even better by consistently responding to them, consistently emailing them. Take their email addresses if they have not provided that. Create these groups and communities, have them come together, make them ask questions, answer those questions, be on time. You be a role model once again. Okay, so you being the leader, you being the digital leader, you have to be a role model first. So because if thousands of people are following you, if you are not correct, then obviously, then what are they going to learn from you? So you first be correct. Okay, so this is the fourth principle of digital entrepreneurship, the fourth pillar, that is nurturing relationships consistently. Okay, the fifth pillar, which is going to speed up your sales and revenue, is mastering all the tools and systems for automating your processes. Okay, understand one thing: as humans, all of us have limitations. Okay, we cannot be everywhere all the time. We cannot be answering all the messages on our own. Either we need to have like big teams which are sitting and doing that on our behalf, or we can have one or two personal secretaries who can do that, but that's an expensive affair, especially if you're just a digital startup. So make sure that you're mastering all the tools and systems, which will not just help you in marketing things quickly, but also will help you in automating everything. And even in your absence, your business is able to run. So the first thing you need to do is learn all the concepts very, very clearly. Second thing is implement or set up these tools and systems, effectively and efficiently, without bugs. Make sure that you're checking it for performance, time and again checking it, because when you're automating something, it's all machine led. Okay, it all runs on artificial intelligence. So you have to keep on checking it, keep on validating, how the cycle, how the flow is happening, and whether the process is happening as you have defined it, and so on. So all of that has to be consistently checked. And of course, the third aspect is, you know um, making sure that the automation is fulfilling your purpose, making sure that the automation is actually providing you more leads and bringing in more prospects, because that's the end result at the end of the day. And eventually you'll realize that if this automation is really good, efficient, effective, you will actually start making sales in your absence. Sales will happen in your absence. You'll simply be automating, right from webinars to your lives to your lives. Okay, lives cannot be scheduled as of now, but lives are live sessions, obviously, your webinars, your email, your all the tools that you use to actually become a digital entrepreneur. Even ads run on their own, right? You're not really sitting and controlling them the entire day. So you can just set it up in the morning, and in the evening you go back, check how many leads that have come into your system, collect it again, send out emails to them, and that's it. This is how you kind of nurture the database, and then nurture the leads within that database. So all of this has to happen simultaneously. If you want your business to grow quickly on social media, this has to be like a continuous process. Okay, there's nothing called overnight success, not just in digital entrepreneurship, but in anything in life. You have to work hard. Okay, there is no substitute for hard work. Please understand this. Okay, there will be people who will talk about smart work and do this and do that, but smartness is in automating all of that. Okay, smartness is limited. You can only be as smart as things allow you to be. But at the end of the day, always break a sweat. Okay, always kind of be like, devote more time, give more attention to what you like doing. And digital entrepreneurship is such a beautiful, nice, interesting thing to do. Creating digital influence, talking to people over videos, talking to people over lives, seeing all those likes and comments coming in, seeing all those shares happening. It's all really, really enjoyable. And then of course there are trolls to deal with, and that really teaches you the other side of the story. So the point is, it's a very interesting journey, and so give attention to it. Okay, be affected by it. Okay, show your affection towards it, have the right feelings. Okay, attention, affection, action, all these three have to be in sync. So whatever you pay attention to will grow. Okay, whatever you feel affection for, okay, the affection will reciprocate back. Okay, if you love Facebook, if you love Twitter, if you love LinkedIn, okay, these platforms will love you back. Okay, this is applicable not just to human beings. You also have to love your work. So if you love your work will love you back. As simple as that. And the third aspect is obviously action. If you're not taking any action on all the knowledge that you have gained, on all the tools and systems that you have seen, you have learned about, no point. So be an action taker. Be an action taker who pays attention to what he or she does, and who has the right feelings, towards his or her work, right? So I hope this video was useful. If you like this video, please share it onto your timeline or whichever social media network you are in. Please make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel, and please, make your comments below. Give me your feedback. Okay. And thank you very much for all the messages, for all the overwhelming responses to all my videos, and, messages everywhere. If you have not yet attended any of my webinars, please go ahead and do that. The links are provided here. Okay, so I'm going to be increasing the number of webinars eventually. Right now I'm kind of experimenting with different things and coming up with different topics for the webinars. It's been very, very interesting ever since I started last month, and thank you to you all, for the overwhelming responses. Right, thank you guys. Stay relevant, stay safe, and pray that we cross these tough times with grace and success. Right, thank you. Take care.